Hey y'all, what's going on? It's Athena Amoeba, and this is my update video for week 8. It's crazy to me that it's been 8 weeks, but yes, it's been 1 week since I turned 28, so I think that this last week went pretty great, actually. I've still had issues with insecurity, but amazingly enough, this last week I've actually felt a little bit better about that, and there's a couple of reasons why, which I'm gonna get into. So I've been feeling like really insecure, which I know I've talked about in the last couple of updates, and it was progressively getting worse. So last week, I think it was a combination of just being tired of feeling like that and it being my birthday and being like, what am I gonna do with the rest of my life, made me think about where I have power in my life, where do I have the power to like make decisions and make changes, and how can I focus on those areas and kind of just forget about everything else. So, of course, one of the goals that I've had has been to lose weight, to lose 60 pounds, so I decided that I was going to be vegetarian. I've been vegetarian since my birthday, which has not been that long. It's only been a week and some days, but I usually say I'm going to go vegetarian and then eat meat the next day. So the fact that I've lasted a week has actually says something. And I think that it's the reason why I've lost 2 pounds this week. If I could lose 2 pounds every week, it will definitely meet my goal. So there's that. I'm also trying to live more in alignment with my values. I used to be vegetarian, I used to be vegan. I was vegetarian for 5 years, and then I fell off the wagon and stayed off the wagon for like the last 3 or 4 years. But I do think, because I love animals, I think that's like really the reason I became vegetarian so many years ago. I do love animals, and I'm not trying to like project any sort of morality issues on anybody, but I do think that eating meat directly does add to the suffering of animals. You know, there's really no way around that. And I'm not saying that, I mean, there's a whole big complicated system out there, right? There's like affordability of food, there's the fact that just because you're eating vegetarian doesn't mean you're eating ethically because of the treatment of farm workers. So there's a lot of issues. So I'm not saying that if you're vegetarian you're somehow like morally superior, but I do think that just based on the current system that exists, that there's no way about, if you're consuming meat, you're participating in a system that does harm animals, right? There's really like no way around it. And I think I became really apathetic to that for the last couple years, and I became really apathetic to a lot of things because I think deep down I just felt like, what's the point? Like, we can't change anything, everything's just messed up. There's no point in like even trying. I think that's how I really felt for the last couple of years, and gave up on a lot of things, including myself. So I think I'm trying to turn that around and just think of it from a different perspective, and it's not because what I'm doing is going to have such a big impact, but more like, am I living in alignment with my values, and do I like the person that I am? I don't like feeling powerless, I don't like feeling disconnected from myself, and I want to feel like I'm living a life that's in alignment with who I want to be and the values that I have. So I've been vegetarian. I might make a video about that and how I went vegetarian the first time and how I lasted being vegetarian for 5 years, because there was a very specific process that I went through that I think helped me actually make that transition so much easier. Another thing that I started doing this week that I have been wanting to do for a while and talked a lot about but never really did it was I started walking. And the reason I started walking wasn't even for weight loss, it was a way to manage my emotions. Like, I'd be really like upset about something, I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna go for a walk. And then it became easier to do it after that, and it was just kind of like a way to just like release and process stuff and forget about stuff and just like focus on going for a walk and focus on like listening to the music that I was listening to and not really focus on anything else. So that's been another thing that if I think if I continue to incorporate that into my daily life, or at least into most of the days in my life, then that will help me to reach my goal of losing 60 pounds. So that's 2 things that I've done so far in the last week that's actually helped me feel better, helped me feel more confident, and actually resulted in me losing 2 pounds, which is the goal. The other 2 main things that really helped me like boost my confidence and feel better this week are, I hate to admit it, like I really hate to admit it, but I got some new clothes and I got some new makeup, and I learned how to like do a couple of things with my makeup, like my eyes. I'm doing my eyes a little bit different thanks to this Ipsy subscription that I started getting, because it's like $10 a month and you get 5 products in there, and as you all know, one product can cost like $5. So I was just like, you know what, this just makes sense economically, so why not try it out? And I got my first bag and I actually really liked it a lot. My 5 products were an eyeliner, which I'm not that crazy about because it smudges really easily, and for me I just need like eyeliner that is 100% like waterproof and like won't smudge, so I didn't like it for that, but otherwise it's not bad. I got this eyeshadow that I really liked a lot, and it's how I've started to do my eyes different. I'm putting it like under my brow, and I think I'm just learning to do my eyes better. I don't know, it's like a miracle. I never thought I would be able to do that. And yeah, for the most part I really liked what I got in my bag, so that was part of it. And then I got some new clothes, which, what a concept, actually made me feel better because I didn't feel good in any of my old clothes. I had a lot of clothes that were really old. I had a couple of clothes that I had bought for a job, one specific office setting that was like really stuffy, like you couldn't even show your shoulders in the office, for instance. So I didn't really feel comfortable or like myself or good in those clothes either. So yeah, I just got a couple, like I got a shirt, I got a dress, I got a pair of pants, but like even just wearing those made me feel like so much better already. So I hate to admit that because I struggled for a long time with the consumerism aspect of buying clothing, and it is also a pretty terrible system where a lot of our clothing are made in other countries where people are paid very low wages and there aren't very many workers' rights policies put into place or laws to protect workers in those countries. And so I felt really guilty and always going back and forth about it. But I finally was just at a point where like my self-esteem and self-worth and self-confidence was like so low. I was like, this is literally like a survival issue right now. And I hate to say that because I know how it sounds, especially compared to, you know, the issues that people who are actually like working in these factories are facing. But really, self-hatred and self-loathing is a real thing, and it's like a huge issue. And I feel like if, you know, being able to dress a way that you like can help you come out of that, then do it, you know. And unfortunately I can't afford like organic all fair trade clothing. If I could, I would only buy that, but since I can't, I just finally caved and I was like, I'm just gonna get myself some new clothes. And you know what, I actually do feel better. That being said, maybe there is a way that we can completely transform the clothing industry. You know, maybe we can still get clothes that are affordable and ethically made. I think that would involve changing labor laws, and our labor laws and our trade agreements that we have as a nation. But you know, that's a whole other path that needs to be taken in order to make things more ethical. So until then, I got myself some new clothes and I feel really good about it and about myself. It's amazing what a difference that can make. It's real. So yeah, those are pretty much my updates for the week. I actually do feel a whole lot better. Hopefully continuing down these paths of, you know, keeping up with being vegetarian, keeping up with walking regularly throughout the week, losing 2 pounds a week, and, you know, following up with my personal goals such as recording these videos. And I think if I do that, I'll probably like boost my confidence and, you know, continue to upkeep how I look and making sure that I feel comfortable with how I look and what I see when I look in the mirror. So yeah, nothing super revolutionary, but it's amazing how making these little changes can have a huge impact in how you feel about yourself and how you feel about your life. So if, you know, there are little changes you've been wanting to make, I say make them, because it's amazing how much better you can feel just by following through on the things that you've been wanting to do. So all that being said, the 5 videos that I'm going to be making for this week are, the first one is going to be about how you don't have to be perfect, but you just have to make small improvements. And that's kind of what I learned for myself this week, but there's also a video that I watched on that, so I'm going to be diving into that and sharing that video, which I think is really great. The second video is going to be a video about a kind of challenging and hard topic, but that's about feeling suicidal, feeling empty, feeling hopeless, feeling like there's no future, and also about how I've personally dealt with those feelings and how I've pulled myself out of those times, especially when it felt like very critical. So that's gonna be the second video that I make. The third video for the week is finally gonna be about the power triangle and how to identify where you have power in each situation of your life, and the difference between giving up that power and playing the victim role and actually claiming your power and being the creator of your life. And then finally, I will be doing another deep dive on Awaken the Giant Within. I'll be going into one of the chapters and just really digging deep into a specific chapter, because the first video that I made was an overview of the whole book and the main points, and this next one's going to be the first deep dive on one specific chapter. So those are going to be the 5 videos coming up for this week. I'm looking forward to it. I'm feeling better. I hope that I continue down this path. No, I will continue down this path. So that was my week. Things are looking up, and now I want to hear from you all. What are some of the challenges that you've been facing? And also, what's one thing that you think if you change it or add it to your life, one small change that you can make that you think will make you feel infinitely better, that you think will make your life better? Share that in the comment section below. If you like this video, give it a like, and otherwise, I'll see you all next time. Hey y'all, what's going on? It's Athena Amoeba. I'm just here cleaning my kitchen after a long day of work, and I was just thinking about the week 8 update video that I'm about to upload. I just wanted to add a quick note that I know I've only been uploading update videos for like the past 3 weeks, but that's because that's all I've managed to get around to. That being said though, I just wanted to say there are content videos coming. I already recorded them, so I know they're coming for sure, and I just wanted to thank you. Thank you to those of you who have subscribed, those of you who have just recently subscribed. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I am excited to be a part of your journey as well, so please participate and comment on the videos, because I definitely want to hear about who you are and the journey that you're on. So that's all I got for now. Thank you all so much, and of course, as always, much love.